Hello everyone, welcome to Thoughtful Leaders, an initiative by collegejunior.com. Here we have with us Dr. Maitri Ray Kanjilal, who is presently the principal of Narula Institute of Technology, which is under JIS Group. She has more than 22 plus experience in education industry and over 25 years of experience in research, right? She has over 100 published papers in national and international journals as well as conferences. She has 3 book publications till now, 2 books in basic electronics and 1 book in analog electronics published. And right now she's supervising PhD scholars, and over which 1 student have submitted their thesis and 5 students are continuing with the PhD work under her supervision. Welcome to the interview, ma'am. We are very privileged and honored to have you with us. We shall start off with our questions. And knowing that you had so vast of an experience in the education industry, what makes you think that this is the best industry to be in?
First of all, I would like to thank you for giving me the scope to appear this interview. And now I am going to answer your questions. Actually, from the beginning of my career, I have the target to be a teacher. Teaching profession is in my blood actually. My brother, my father, everybody is in the teaching line. So I have the passion to be a teacher. So I have started my career as a teacher. After that, with the accumulation of my experience, I have been given the responsibility of the as principal. That is also more than 5 years. And now I am telling you that why I have choose this industry. I have choose this education industry for my career growth because there is a huge scope of doing work independently. Actually, there is no boundary to do the work. As a principal, I have to look after all the administrative activity. Beside this, I have to guide my research scholars. Till now, 5 research scholars, they are doing PhD work under my supervisions. Even MTech students also doing research work under myself. I am also taking the theory classes for higher semesters as well as beside the administrative job. So in this field, I have the permissions or I have the independence to do the work. There is no guidelines, there is no restrictions. So I have chosen this industry as my teaching area. Okay.
Yeah, that expands the horizon of how we look at education industry. Indeed, it does. But, ma'am, Narula Institute of Technology is known throughout West Bengal and all over India as well, right? And being such an important dignitary, being the principal of this institute, you must be leading a lot of people, right? So what is your philosophy of leadership and how would you describe your leadership style?
Yes, very, very good questions. Actually, in my institute, just I am taking 1 minute time to give the brief introduction about my institute. The Narula Institute of Technology, it has started its journey in 2001, only with 3 BTech stream. At present, it has 7 BTech stream, 4 MTech stream, MCA program, BBA, BCA program. In addition to this, diploma programs is also going on. The institute has received NIRF ranking since last 4 years consecutively, even in 2020 also. Most of the eligible programs in the NBA accredited process. Institute is NAAC accredited. So to do this big job, you have asked me how I am doing the job with the responsibility. Actually, my philosophy is the work will be going on as a team. So I am the leader of the team and every person in the team is an element. So as a team, we have to go ahead and I think this team as a family. If any member of this family is in a trouble, I have to be beside him or her. If any member is in a very good position, we are enjoying this also as a team. So I think with a team, as a team, we have to do work and I am doing this with the same philosophy. I am looking each and every member as a family member of Narula Institute of Technology.
That is a very profound, way of togetherness and working together to achieve a goal. And that is, I feel it's a very compassionate idea, and that actually resonates with my own self-being. And so I'll move on to the next question. As I know, Narula Institute of Technology has faced, coming from what the very starting point that you said and the point where it is right now, it has achieved a lot of things. And thus, there has been significant challenges that you have faced handling the responsibilities that you have at this institute. So how do you motivate your team for continuous growth and enhancement?
Very good questions. As a leader, I have the main responsibility to motivate each and every member. That is my basic responsibility, I think this. And I am motivating the faculty members, staff members to give them, enjoy your work. I am giving the word to each and every member like that. Enjoy your work. Don't take pressure. Always I am with you. If you will be in problem doing the work, don't be fear. Come to me, I am with you. And automatically, every member is very much motivated to do the work as a family member.
That sums up a lot of it. Now, ma'am, can you tell me the USPs about the curriculum of this college?
The USP of the curriculum, actually, we are developing our curriculum depending on the needs of the society as well as industry. So, our curriculum is industry-based curriculum as well as the curriculum has been developed taking the feedback of all stakeholders. And the main USP of the curriculum is industry-based curriculum and project-based curriculum, so that students will be learned their lesson through their hands-on experiment. Every subject they have the project. Project-based teaching is our motto.
Ma'am, in terms of all of these things, obviously NIT, to be in NIT, coming out of NIT, I have friends and all, because I'm from West Bengal, who have studied in NIT in Canada and studying in different places,
Yes.
right? So they're engineers, they're well qualified engineers. So there are students who aspire to be good engineers, right? So I want to know, ma'am, what are the top qualities a student must possess to be a good engineer?
First of all, good human being. He must be good human being. Nothing is beyond this. And as an engineer, he must have the good leadership quality. He must have the team skill so that he or she can do the work within a team. And he should be proficiency in his communications. And subject knowledge, obviously, without the subject knowledge, no confidence will come. The confidence of an engineer is also a main pillar.
Ma'am, for a student who has not actually had the subject knowledge, right, and is in class 11, 12, so what kind of quality in a technical sense should the student have for engineering?
Actually, for an engineering students, they should have technical skill on their stream. In addition to this, they should have the skill of the computers. And for the class 12 students, when they are coming to our institute after passing their class 12 students, initially we are giving training on two subjects. One is the mathematics, another one is the English. Because mathematics skill, that will develop their analytical skill, their logical skill, that will be developed through the mathematics. And for the English, they have to build up their communication skill. So at the initial stage, we are giving importance on these two subjects, mathematics and English, very much importance these two subjects are. After that, when the students are going to higher semester, in that case, we are arranging the training and special classes beyond their curriculum on the technical subjects to build up their technical skill, which will be much more essential for an engineer. So as a whole, when the students will pass out from the institute, they become a perfect engineer, combining of their communication skill, their analytical skill, their logical skill, their technical skill. So they will be the amalgamation of all skills.
That is very, ma'am, factually put and very point wise. I would move on to the next question. So, of course, I believe there's a lot of communication between the dignitaries of Narol Institute of Technology and the students. So, how do you look to build a healthy relationship with the students at your college?
Actually, to build up the healthy relations with the students, our motto is to engage the students in positive manner. Not only the teaching or not only their educations. Apart from this, we are organizing different co-curricular and extracurricular activities where students are the participants as well as they become also the organizing team. So in that case, teacher-student relations, at the same time in our institute, we have a very good mentor-mentee scheme where every student has a guardian who is the faculty of this institute. That student as a mentee, he or she will go to his or her mentor for any sorts of problem, that may be problem related to their lesson, that may be problem related to their subjects, that may be problem related to their, apart from the college, their personal problem. They can say their problems to their mentor. At the same time, for our institute, the students, they can approach to register, they can approach to principal at any time. We are not giving any specific time to the students to meet with the principal, to meet with the HOD, to meet with the registrar, so that students are very much enjoy their access to all the dignitaries in the institute. So through this, students are enjoying their college life through their extracurricular activities, through their curricular activities, and in addition to this, there should be the curriculum-based teaching.
So all our viewers can see that, Narol Institute of Technology actually encourages an open door policy. So you can always come in and, speak your heart out. You don't get that everywhere. So that is something very wonderful. I would want to appeal to all the viewers who are looking at the interview. And also, ma'am, you're being the principal of this institute. How do you look at the growth of students through the placement opportunities available at NIT?
Yes, very good questions. Actually, already I have given the answer. For the growth of the students, looking at the placement, we are taking this initiation from the beginning of the students. That means when students are entering in the institute, from the first year, we are arranging the different training classes for the students. For the first year, second year, we are conducting training classes on mathematics and English to build up their analytical, logical skill, and as well as communication skill. In addition to this, from the second year also, second year onwards, actually second year, third year, fourth year, for them, we are also doing the training. We are arranging the training on the technical subjects. Even we are also arranged for them for the GD, for PI, personal interview, for group discussions, even for their practice sessions of the aptitude test, practice session of their technical skill. We are arranging this. Through this, our students should be enriched with their technical skill as well as aptitude skill, so that students will be just fit for the industry.
I mean, we should all be like that in terms of coming out of college. We should all have the hands-on experience and know how to deal with company interviews or the work So that is something which shapes up a student. So, ma'am, what do you? So, we know that Narol Institute has come a long way, and I
Yes.
really want to know, as Narol Institute is expanding year over year. So, what goals do you have in your mind for your institute for the next few years?
Actually, for the next few years, that is what is my plan. That is to build up the research area much more, to expand our research activity much more, which I have missed to mention here. Actually, we are giving the emphasis to enrich the research area, to enrich the environment, which is very much research friendly, so that our each and every faculty members will be engaged in the research. If faculty members be enriched in research, in that case teaching quality would be much more emphasized. At the same time, our students will be motivated. Just for information, since last 2-3 years, the participation of students in the research area becomes a noticeable change. The students are very much interested in the research area. That is one sort of motto. Another sort of motto is, actually now we are also giving the emphasis on one part, which is entrepreneur. So we are also giving the emphasis to build up the entrepreneur skill among the students. Not all the students. Actually, we are dividing the students in 3 categories. A part of the students, they are motivated for the higher studies because they have that type of skills. Teachers, they identify this. One category of students, they have the very much, because our curriculum is project-based curriculum. Through this, the teachers can identify easily the students who have the entrepreneurship skill. To enhance this skill, we are taking so many steps we are taking, so that a group of students will move in that way. And another part of students who are really looking for job, just I will go to for the BTech degree, then I will go to, for them we are giving the different types of training which make them much more fit for the industry. That is our plan for the next 5 years. This is.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for everything. So it has been a very engaging discussion, and sadly, it has come to an end. And that brings to my last question, right, ma'am?
Yes.
Obviously, with all this knowledge and everything, I would want you to give your suggestions to this current youth and all the aspiring students out there. So, few words from you, ma'am.
Actually, thank you to you also for discussing on this very much important topic, which is I love actually to discuss on this topic. My thoughts towards the youth, I will tell just 2-3 lines. That is my advice. The students, give your efforts, what you can do, what you can love. Don't destroy your time. Use every minute in a positive manner, and you have a skill. You have a particular skill which you have to find out and nurture this skill. Don't try to destroy this skill. That is my words.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I bet all the viewers have a lot to take away from today's interview. And thank you for your time. And it has been a privilege and honor for the College Dunya team to actually take this interview. So let's see this in a broader scale and everything, NIT being such a big institute. So thank you so much again for your time and everything.